With about 1/3 of the Netherlands under sea level, they've had to get creative in order to deal with the threat of water for as long as people have lived there. That's where Kinderdijk comes into play. 1,000 years ago, hunters and fishermen only came to this area in the summer when the water levels were low enough. However, as people started to settle in the area, living on sand dunes to stay dry, dikes were made to block the water. But ground and rainwater still needed to be drained away to deal with the inevitable threat of flood. In the 13th century, a network of watercourses and ditches were created to lead the water from the polder to the low point, which is now known as Kinderdijk. Then sluices were used, and the excess water flowed out to the river at low tide. During a storm in 1421, the poorly made dikes were destroyed and thousands of people died from the resulting flood. Over the next several years, with the soil subsidence becoming a more pressing issue and the amount of power needed to drain out the water continually increasing, the Dutch came to the conclusion that windmills were what they needed to deal with this. This system improved over the next centuries using the windmills and pumps. In 1868, 2 steam-powered pumping stations were built to help the windmills. In 1924, they were upgraded to a diesel-powered pumping station. In 1995, the Overwaard pumping plant was installed, which uses Archimedean screws to push out the water. The majority of the 19 windmills still have people living in them, with at least one person in each family holding a miller's degree and the authorization to use their home as a mill. Throughout all of this, the 19 windmills have still been maintained as backup and a reminder of how the Dutch persevered in order to live alongside the water.